Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's been a minute, but we're out here today. We're just down at the Oval. We're getting a bit of practice in and also taking you with you doing my Q&A. So chucked it out on Instagram, some questions people wanted to ask me before I go off to the Pro Tour in 5 days, and yeah, the people delivered. So we got some questions. Meanwhile, I'm just having a throw. I got the basket down there about 75-80 meters, just throwing some soft little putters down into all different parts of the circle. So kicking things off, how often do I change my bag? Well, it's a great question to start off with. I warmed up. I was throwing them a lot better when I wasn't talking, but yeah, my bag, I don't change my bag much. Occasionally I'll get a new disc, I'll put it into my bag, but really I'm not changing my bag. I know that plenty of players like to change their bag and they like to put those new discs in, but not me. I like to trust that old plastic. The more you throw a disc, the more you're going to know how it flies. And once it's beat up, it's consistent. So why would you change it? I actually think that might be an AVR. Just with disc drive written on it. That can go in the bin. Rightio. Second question. Got my little sheet here. There's ants crawling all over it. But alright, we got some underrated Aussie disc golfers. So immediately my mind goes to Mikey Hare. Mikey Hare is so incredibly underrated and he is so good. So he'd be my number one. Another one, oh, that's absolutely pinned. Another one might be Clayton Beck. He proved himself, made the Australian team. They're probably the main two that come to mind, but absolutely Mikey Hare. He's I think he's something to look out for this year. Well, that could go in. Oh, how'd that miss? Okay, how often do I practice? So this is one I actually get asked quite a bit. How often do I practice? Well, depends what you define as practice. Are we counting that like gym, going to the course? I think we count it as everything. So I'd say probably practice about 4 or 5 times a week. So I do a bit of putting, go down to the course though. I don't do it in my backyard because the wind's so inconsistent. It's just gusty in 5 different directions at once. So yeah, never practiced in my backyard. Come down to the Oval like this. Been trying to do it a lot more lately, but I just like it in the evening. It's nice. Go in? No. So yeah, I'd say 4 or 5 times a week. I go to the course as well, even if it's just like socially, you're still practicing that short game at courses like Chichester. It's my local course. Absolutely love it, although I shred it. Okay. Hayden Carroll asked me, am I down for a practice round at the QCC? So the QCC, Queen City Classic. So that's my first event on the Pro Tour. Oh, that could hit the bar, come on. Oh, straight through, park, hit the pole. So yeah, Hayden Carroll, he's the 2025 Amateur Disc Golf World Champion. So I got to play with him at Junior Worlds in 2024. Absolute legend of a bloke. And yeah, definitely be hitting him up for a round. Another up and comer. Be good to see what the future Pro Tour starts to look like. So yeah, damn, I've only got 1 disc left. Okay, what's my favourite course in Australia? Well, okay, this could be controversial, but it's not because it's an opinion. So I'm gonna say Mundaring. Yes, local championship course. 2 championship courses. Mundaring, absolutely. Is it the best? Yes, I think it's the best as well. Crater Lakes is the other one that comes to mind. However, I think the physical design with the environment at Mundaring is better. It's better for practice. Even if Crater may be a little bit more fun to play. It's quite fun because I don't get to play it as often, but I just can't look past Mundaring. Mundaring is my favourite course. It's the best disc golf facility in Australia. You have the club rooms. You got the 2 championship courses. The facilities there are incredible. So Mundaring for me. All right, I'll go get them and I'll come back. Rightio, we are back. So the question. We are so flippy. Rightio, still circle one. We are back. So next question. Julia from Austria, she asked me how I finance tour, and that's an excellent question. I don't really know. Well, I do, but I'm more going to the States to find out if that's something that I can do. So, but my trip this time, a lot of that was savings. So I've saved up for this. It's also a bit of a gift. My parents are very supportive, and yeah, they're contributing a lot as well. But probably mainly is fundraising. So I'm not really one to ask for money for these kinds of things, and I didn't. But so many people like, hey, we have this opportunity to send an Australian onto the Pro Tour, and people just love that idea. They're like, hey, like, how can I support you? I want to help get you there. And honestly, the community is incredible. So I was like, you know what, we'll open a fundraiser. So opened a fundraiser that went off, and then parked. Then started doing chalk bags as well. Flying Fox Disc Golf, Stephen Fox did a bunch of them for me, sold them, and then now I have a signature disc run. So Blake Howson Tour Series from Discraft, your favourite moulds and plastics. There's still plenty available, so if you're interested, hit me up or go to disconnection.com.au and get yours today. But yeah, I guess financing tour, it's not easy. You're gonna have to have some sort of fundraiser. But then I was pretty fortunate, just because Australia's never had a tour card holder on the Pro Tour. So and I guess I'm quite likable around Australia. So yeah, everyone was willing to help out, which is awesome. So can't be thankful enough. That's going in the butt. No, it's not. Left to right wind, just not going to let it fade. Okay. What's my travel setup look like? So I'm not touring out of an RV or a van. Basically traveling with a guy from Sydney, disc golfer. His name's Josh. Put a thing out there asking if anyone was keen to go on the Pro Tour, or to follow it around, caddy for me, and basically just have a bit of adventure in the US. And he reached out. He's like, hey bro, like, this might be able to happen, real keen on this. So I'm traveling with him, which is awesome. And then we're staying in hotels, Airbnbs, yeah, which makes that a lot easier, as it isn't very cheap. We'll rip that. Okay. What putting tips can I provide Jacob? Well, Jacob, if you don't know Jacob Davies, he's not really known for his putting. Well, he is, but not necessarily in a positive manner. So no, we like Jacob. He's a good bloke. Oh, that's a yank. Edge of circle. Jacob, I don't know, mate. Just find the chains. Putting isn't the strongest part of my game. It's definitely not weak. I sit around 85% at the moment, which is the top in Australia. But yeah, I mean, my putting's not bad. And we do kind of have similar putts, so I guess just copy me, Jacob. That's all you need to do. Trying to like get one of these forehands on the full. Oh, that exploded under the basket. What event am I most excited for this year? Well, I guess there's a couple. There's probably every event on the Pro Tour. Maybe, depending on how North Cove is looking after the Hurricane Helene, I believe it was, smashed it. I want to see what that course is like, because it's been my dream course for a couple of years. It's my absolute number one bucket list course. I'm playing the Blue Ridge Championship Disc Golf Pro Tour Q Series at that course, so hopefully that event. But it's hard to look past the Australian Championships. It's in Canberra, Western Park. I am the defending major champion at Western Park. Won the Sizzler last year, and won Australian Championship. So looking to go back to back. That would be, no one's done it for a long time. So yeah, opportunities there. Big spike. Oh, so parked. It's a brand new zone. I've only started throwing that today. Yep. Right, I'm out again, so I'll go grab them. Rightio, next. I kind of combine the next two questions. They're, what are your goals for the trip and what would you consider a successful tour? So for me, it's kind of the same thing because I'm very driven by my goals, and to find success on the tour, I feel like that's meeting my goals. So what are my goals? My main one, it's kind of a bit like my boy Levi Stout. It's just I want to go there, figure out if touring is something that I can do. Hopefully long term, but if I can go back, I don't need to perform insanely well on this adventure, but it's more just little taste test. Am I good enough for the Pro Tour? I think statistically, yes, but it's a different game, and it's getting that experience. So I think it's hard to expect me to go there and play absolutely out of my skin the first time. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I average below my rating in 4 out of 5 events, just because like it's a whole new world. It's not used to that. Used to playing these tournaments and literally being the best player in the field. So yeah, it's going to be quite humbling, I think. But yeah, I want to find out if that's something that I can do. Another goal is a little bit more performance. Like, yeah, it's not an expectation, but I want to get into the cash line. So top 40% at one of the events would be incredible. I think excluding the Blue Ridge Championship, because it's a Q series, and out of the 108, I think I'm coming in like in the top 20 players. So excluding that, one of the elite series, if I can get into the cash, which I think I definitely can, but I'm absolutely not expecting to. Another one, I guess anyone would say this, but just having a good time. It's not an opportunity that many players get to experience. Less than 1% of the sport gets to experience it, so it's going to be awesome, and yeah, can't wait. Oh, just absolute dime right there. Right, rightio. Do Australian conditions like wind and ground play help or hurt overseas? I think they help. I honestly think they help. Here in Australia, we're exposed to so many different surfaces. Long grass, short grass, dirt, gravel. Probably more than you could get exposed to in the US. So knowing how discs react on different grounds, definitely an advantage, I'd say. Damn, absolutely dialed right now. So yeah, ground play definitely. Then wind, I'd say so. I mean, Perth is somehow the second windiest city in the world, which I don't know if I believe, but I think that's just because our consistent afternoon wind. It's not really there right now, but yeah, Perth. Oh, come on. No, that's way long. Yeah, Perth's very windy, so I think I'm prepared for any sort of wind. I've played in some pretty crazy conditions. Okay. How long do you think you could last in a ring with Prime Mike Tyson? Thanks, Tobes. Okay. Look, honestly, under 10 seconds. Let's be real. I'm not a boxer. He's the best of the sports scene, arguably. I think Mike Tyson absolutely rings me up in 10 seconds if I don't run away. So, it's a pretty easy answer. Okay. Do you think you could land a plane in an emergency? Okay. So everyone to this that I've seen answer it says yes. I'm a massive plane nerd. I've done hours on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and right into my planes I could see a plane above my head. I know the timetables, like, yep, flight VA671, it's going to Melbourne. It's meant to actually take off 40 minutes ago, but just clearly took off 10 minutes ago. So, you know, kind of a bit of a nerd with that. But do I think I can land a plane? No. I know what you have to do when you do aviation at university. I had a mate doing it and he dropped out because of the demand. Wow, that almost went in. So, no, there's so much that goes into it. I guess I could get talked through it by a control tower and land a plane, but no, I don't think I could just land a plane by myself in an emergency. A lot of pressure as well for something like that. Alright, go grab him. Pole? Yes, come on, that's parked now. It's not. Answer another question after I get so techie with this. Or keep popping. Oh, I just didn't want to. It tried. Rightio. Okay, Tobes has come in with another interesting question. He says, do you think you could beat Tiger Woods in 18 holes of ball golf and then 18 holes of disc golf? So, quick answer is yes. I'm not the Tiger Woods equivalent of disc golf. Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. But I have experience in golf, and I reckon the gap between Tiger and me in golf is less than the gap between him and me in disc golf. I just feel like disc golfers with zero experience, your first time playing. Like, I honestly, it depends what course we're at, but let's say we're just at a standard golf course and then a standard, like, you know, disc golf course equivalent to your standard golf course. So I guess in Australian perspective, maybe something like a Pine Rivers. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, Tiger Woods would go in 18 holes. He'd go over 100. I know the pars are different, but he'd shoot like more than 50 over. 18 holes of golf, I'm around 100. So I've actually never shot over 100, but that's because the times I've played 18, I've actually played good. So times I've played 9, we don't question that, but I seem to clean things up on the back 9. So I'm calling me. There you go, Toby. Oh, that's not a good throw. Off the net. Cheers. Thank you. Come on, get clicking. Rightio. Okay, what advice would I give for getting sponsored? So I've seen people answer this before, and I feel like their answers are correct, so I'll say the same thing. It's putting yourself out there. If you're sponsored for your ability, you're just going to get sponsored. You're not going to have an issue getting sponsored. Someone's going to recognize you and you're going to get sponsored. As long as you have some sort of presence on social media and you're actually a likable person. But amateurs getting sponsored, getting companies to recognize you, it's putting yourself out there, being on social media, knowing people. That's just what it is. So I guess putting yourself out there, having a good social presence. Come on. Oh, you're kidding. So close. Yeah, but that's what'll get it done. And I'm not counting sponsors as like local retailers, because especially in Australia now, honestly, half the country is sponsored just by like local retailers, and that's great. That's great for the sport. It will grow the sport, because, you know, when people ask, oh, what's this? Where do you get discs from? They're going to say they're local retailer. They're going to get business. It's going to grow the sport. However, I'm more talking, and I'm pretty sure the question is aimed at manufacturers. So we're looking at like Discraft, Innova, Dynamic, and all of that. So yeah, a good question. Rightio, we're on to the back half of the page now. This back half isn't as much. So I don't know how long this has been going for, but yeah, probably too long. All right, do my winnings cover expenses? Simple answer, no. On the Pro Tour at the top level, yes. However, the players at the top level have more expenses. So they're getting most of their income from their sponsors and that sort of deal. So, damn, I'm so good at this shot now. It's almost like I've thrown it 55 times, maybe more, probably more. Yeah. Kind of forgot what I was saying. Yeah, no, costs don't really cover expenses. Sorry, winnings don't really cover your costs. Especially when you're playing around Australia. I thought that was so stable in my head for 1 second and just decided to throw it on 45 degrees of Annie. Yeah, simple answer is no. Okay. Is it harder financially being an Aussie trying to tour? Absolutely. Because, like, as much as I guess I'm starting to get a bit of recognition internationally, like I've got it nationally. Little hyzer. No, it popped up. That's gone so far. Yeah, I've got the recognition here, but internationally it's a lot harder to do. So I don't really know too many people. Like there's plenty of players that I do know in the US, pros that I've been in contact with, but just in terms of traveling, getting around, like it's easy to have someone touring with you out of a van or an RV. It's just like pretty common sense. That's going to be a lot cheaper. So getting there and then doing a little stint of the tour, staying in hotels, B&Bs and stuff like that, it's just going to be more expensive. So to travel internationally to tour, it is a lot more on you financially. A bit of an Annie going. Just absolute dime town. Come on now. Ooh, that's like, I swear that's brushed the top. Okay. What needs to happen to grow the sport in Australia? More courses. Every now and then you get someone who's like, oh yeah, I've seen these in the park. It's like, yeah, great. Imagine everybody in the country saw it in the park. Oh, that was perfect. Still is. Yeah. The sport's the growth has slowed down. It's obviously still growing, but the growth's definitely slowed down. But it's courses. You drive past a golf course and you're like, hey, it's a golf course. It's disc golf, You wonder what it is. So if there's more courses, there's going to be more players. It's just how it works. But it's not easy because then you got to deal with councils actually get courses in and stuff that's parked. Okay. What separates the top advanced players from pros? It's honestly not a lot. Like, I know this is pretty common sense, but consistency in shots, it's like, doing something like this, doing it over and over. Any amateur can park this, and you might be sitting there going, hey, look, like, I could do that too. But then it's like, it's doing it over and over. Sure, like, I have a couple outside the circle. I'm also talking when I'm throwing, but it's just that repetition, and actually being aware of what you're doing, being aware of how to correct your own mistakes, exactly what went wrong, rather than, that turned over more than I thought. So, I mean, that does happen. I find that happens, but yeah, I guess. And just statistically, your pros are going to be consistent tournament to tournament. You'll find their ratings as well aren't going to fluctuate too much. So, I don't know, say if you're rated 1,000, if you're a pro, you're probably not really going over 1040, and you're probably not going under 970. It's just how that works. So, but then if you're an amateur, maybe 950 rated, you could go out there and you could shoot 1,000, but you could also go like 870. So, yeah, I'd say consistency is probably the big thing there. All right, let me grab them and okay. So, am I overglazed? Actually, I'm going to do some forehands there. Am I overglazed? Crazy question. Honestly, no. The Victorians hate me. They just, no credit. Oh, jeez. I mean, why should I get credit if I'm doing that? No, it's back edge of the circle, you make those these days. No, well, I don't know, until I have like if my international recognition is higher than better than it probably should be, then yes, I'm overglazed. But my international recognition probably isn't there. A little flex. That's like my flippy zone, but it's parked. Okay. When did you realise you could make the tour? Well, I guess it's always been a dream of mine. So I guess since probably about a year after I started playing, went into MPO, and then a year and a half till I went to MPO, almost 2 actually, and then yeah, started kind of performing there, and I'm like, hey, you know what, I'm actually pretty good at this. So stuck at it. Oh, pinned off the base, bounced to edge of circle. Nah, it's still parked. Yeah, I guess then it's like, you know, it's fun, let's just stick at it, make the tour one day, and here we are, setting off in 5 days. Do I think I have a chance on the tour to win? No, not this time around. In the future, look, I don't know. It's the goal, but potentially it's a long-term goal. I think that with enough experience I can definitely compete, but this time around, definitely a chance to cash if I can put some solid gameplay together. So yeah, I don't know, hard to answer. I hope so. I hope I have a chance. Okay, are you the furthest thrower in Australia? Well, I know who sent this one in. Okay, yes, absolutely. No offense to anyone else, but I don't think there's anyone who competes. The only person who competes is Ryan Hart. No one else. Like, I know, sure, like on the course, you know, on this coverage, there's people who are keeping up with me, but I stopped throwing 100% in tournaments a long time ago. Oh wow. And I don't know, like, I think I have a pretty easy 550 or 170 meter just golf line, like under 100%, like just controlled on 70. Ready? I'll just bomb one right now. This is a putter, by the way. Turn your dog. Oh, look at that one go. Is that at the park? Almost. I'm not even joking. I will measure it, I promise. I guarantee you. I know it's a little downhill. That's easily 140 meters. Okay. Because this basket's 70, probably 80, and it's gone like double. So yeah, I'll do that one for you and get back to you. Or I'll chuck it on the screen. Okay. Yeah, I honestly don't think anyone competes. There's some pretty far throwers, David Perry, Dylan Feldman. There's honestly, I don't really think it's a comparison. No offense to those guys. The tee off boys are like, oh, you know, Blake, one of Australia's furthest throwers on the coverage. Like, come on boys, I'm waiting for that credit. That's something that I know for sure. So yeah, that's not being humble, but it is so true. Okay, sorry. What would you change about the Aussie tour if you could? I guess initially is it be part of the Tour Down Under, but it's kind of its own thing. I don't know if that's going to happen. Tour Down Under is pretty big now. I don't know, it's hard to say. Have some events closer together, especially on the eastern states, because coming from WA, then that's tough. Like, to fly across the country is 5 hours. Like, it's not easy. So it may as well just go to the US, which is what I'm doing. Missing a couple of Australian events for that, but I'm not complaining. What shoes do I wear? I wear Adidas Terrexes, so I don't know how well I can do this, but these are my Terrexes. They're very good. These are actually new ones. I've been like Gore-Tex, I like the waterproof. Continental bases or Continental grip. Yeah, incredibly comfortable. I've been looking at like idiosyncrasies and Vessi Stormbursts, but I just don't trust the grip, especially for this rough Australian terrain. I just don't think it has what I need, so I don't see myself moving away from Terrexes unless I get a shoe sponsor. So yeah, but no, can't recommend Terrexes enough. When you get them on special, like, absolutely worth it. Yeah, awesome shoe. I feel so confident in these. These ones, they're the Sky Chaser AX5. Absolutely incredible. I wouldn't see myself wearing anything else. What's the main reason you throw so far? I don't really know, sort of. I was pretty self-taught. I don't know, I just always like to bomb. That was kind of my thing. but now I tone it down. I haven't actually thrown a 360 like with full intent in at least a couple of years. Just, I don't know, I'm not that guy anymore, but doesn't mean I can't. So I think I'm probably the only player in the Southern Hemisphere who can comfortably go over 200 meters. Or what's that, like 660 feet. So, okay. 2 more questions. What's the long-term goal? Oh, okay. Show me top 10 on the Pro Tour. It's a pretty simple one. Another one would be 3 Australian Championships in a row. Might be a bit of an ask, but hey. Okay, favourite course. Favourite course I played, Mundaring, although I've played some pretty sick courses in the US. Canyons at Delwood's pretty good. I like Pickard Park because I kind of shredded there, and it's a Pro Tour stop. I would have actually, I think with my score, if I did that all 3 rounds, you know, it's hard to ask for the same score all 3 rounds when you play well, but all 3 rounds that would have been like a top 15. So yeah, Pickard Park's pretty cool. Got an opportunity to play some sick stuff in the US. Spa Park in New Zealand, absolutely incredible. Like, that's not overrated at all. Incredible disc golf venue. Yeah, great park. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to North Cove, so I guess I can get back to you on that one, because yeah, that'll be sick. That's actually it. That's run out. I've got 1 disc left. So what do we got? We got a Luna. This is part of the battle pack, this one. We got some Z confetti. It's got AB and Paul's head on it, circling around. No, just AB. No, both of the heads. Pretty cool. I picked up some sweet ones. I've been throwing these as well, so last chance. Haven't actually got one in after a couple of scares, but here goes nothing. Oh, that's just not going to do it, Blake. That could be the worst shot of the day. That's like, oh, geez, I don't know. Like mid-circle 2 on an 80-meter shot. Rightio, that's about all I got for you. So thank you to everyone who sent in a question for me to answer on my Instagram. Yeah, it was a bit of fun answering the questions. May have gone for a bit longer than I expected, so if you stayed for all or most of that time, then I really appreciate it. And yeah, 5 days to the Pro Tour, so pretty keen. Gonna try get some content out while I'm there, do some practice rounds with some of the players. Yeah, looking forward to it. So big things to come. Yeah, and what a lovely afternoon, by the way. It was so nice just getting out here, having a throw, just relaxing, answered some questions. So yeah, no worries. Thank you everyone, and we'll see you next time.